Am I the idiot for telling my ex-husband's soon-to-be ex-wife that I, and by extension my daughter, will have no relationship with her? I'll try to keep it short and sweet. My ex-husband cheated on me with his current wife. We divorced, they got together, and had a baby. Well, it's some years past that point, and surprise surprise, he's done it again. He and his wife are getting a divorce, and he's probably going to marry his new affair partner within the next 6 months if he follows the pattern. More power to him and his penis, I literally do not care what he does with his life anymore. But I was pretty shocked to discover that his wife reached out to me, basically crying about what happened, how she couldn't believe it, and how now that we're in the same camp, so to speak, we should maintain a relationship so our daughters can still be in each other's lives and so we can commiserate. Yeah, I told her to take a hike and that if our mutual ex wanted our daughters to hang out, I was more than happy to schedule his visitation at the same time as hers so the girls could be together with their father, but that there was no way I was setting up sleepovers and playdates with her. I'm not bitter about it anymore, I'm remarried, etc. But I just want nothing to do with her. Haven't since the affair. She about lost it, crying even more about how I would keep our girls apart because we both know ex-husband barely keeps up with his visitation, blah blah, and how he gets when he's in a new relationship. Yes, now we both know. But before only I knew, and she didn't seem too sympathetic about my end. She brought up how when she started up with my ex, she didn't know he was married, so I shouldn't hold it against her, and he's the one who cheated, not her. But I really don't care about any of that. Anyway, she obviously called me an asshole, though not in so many words. My sister is also saying I should think about my daughter's potential relationship with her half-sibling, but I think that should be on her father to orchestrate if it's important for him that his children bond and have a relationship. So lay it on me. Edit. Popular questions. My daughter is 8, almost 9, and her daughter is close to 7, either about to turn or just turned. My daughter is completely indifferent to her half-sister on her dad's side for various reasons explained in the comments, but suffice to say, the indifference isn't new. They don't and have never had a sisterly relationship according to my daughter. She does not have any specific desire to see her, but is presumably fine seeing her while they are both with their father, but if she did want to hang out with her, we'd make it happen. Edit. Also asked about the state of schedule. My daughter sees her father, generously, 8 to 10 times a year, never more than a week, usually for a day or two. Between 2 to 4 of those are with his wife and daughter. This is likely to decrease slightly since he's in a new relationship. Assuming the same pattern continues, the girls will probably still see each other at least 3 times a year. A bit in the summer, for one fall holiday, and Father's Day. I have also encouraged her in the past to attend his daughter's birthday parties at least briefly. My daughter is very close with my other daughter and her stepfather, which likely contributes to her disinterest, but isn't something I can really control. I've never badmouthed her father, his wife or other sister, but they just don't really sit prominently on our day-to-day radar. Update. After reading all the replies on my last post, I decided to sit my daughter down again just to make absolutely sure she wasn't interested in spending time with her half-sister outside of going to their fathers. I explained to her that her feelings are the only ones that matter to me about it, not mine, not her stepmom's, and not her dad's. She once again said that she doesn't want to lose her time with her friends or other people she likes, to have to hang out with her half-sister, and that seeing her at their dad's is enough for her. I reminded her that they are siblings. She rolled her eyes, and once again asked if she could go play Switch. That seems settled for now. Since it's summer, I tried to orchestrate a time for us all to talk about when the girls could possibly go to their fathers, but during that meetup, a bunch of other stuff erupted, surprising no one. My ex-husband's new girlfriend is in fact pregnant and they have plans to move in together. His soon-to-be ex-wife had a meltdown, and now their daughter is staying with his ex's mother indefinitely. She tried to reach out to me again, but this time I didn't even bother responding. Their divorce already turning into a shit show, and frankly, I want no part in any of it, including subjecting my daughter to it. Fortunately, my ex doesn't seem too bothered by the current prospect of not seeing either of his daughters for the next few months. For now, he takes my daughter out on day trips, and maybe once a month he'll take them out together during the summer if his ex is allowing him to see her, which currently she's not. I do feel badly for the little girl whose life is being torn apart, especially since she's old enough to have these memories imprinted on her. I do feel fortunate that my daughter was too young to remember my divorce, though it wasn't this acrimonious. Still, my family and I are going to stay the course of our life, and try to stay away from the current dumpster fire that's happening over there. Once things settle down, I'm still open to working out visitation such that all the children can see one another, but I won't have a direct relationship with my husband's new ex or his daughter for the foreseeable future. Comment 1. She didn't say drummers cheat, she just said, watch out for them. About 20 years after she bestowed that tidbit, it occurred to me to ask her why she said watch out for drummers. She said, oh, it's because I used to be a drummer. And that's all the information I have gotten on that. Comment 2. Yep. Never realizing that even if the wife did give him reason to be unhappy in his marriage, he still was a person who considered cheating to be an acceptable outlet for whatever marital problems he was having. And there will always be marital problems, so. Now for the next story. Am I the idiot for letting my now ex get kicked out? I, 28F, was dating Andrew, 29M, for 7 years. We moved in together in 2019 but had to move apart last year due to work purposes, basically without overcomplicating it. His parents' house was the best option at the time for him having a serviceable work environment. Besides that, we've had a great relationship. We never fought or even disagreed on anything of actual importance. His family, all hardworking and genuinely good people, treated me like one of their own. He's always been so respectful and I've done my best to give him the same respect. As a result, there's always been a lot of trust between us. I found out recently that that trust wasn't well earned. He's been seeing 2 other women since 2018 and has been on Tinder the whole damn time. It feels like all the goodness, all the harmony was fabricated to cover his indiscretions. I broke it off and completely started ignoring him as well as his family. I didn't want them to know what their son had done initially, I didn't want to hurt their relationship. Then, Drew showed up at my house and begged me to talk it out with him. Apparently, his parents didn't understand why I'd ghosted, and were suspicious of the fact that Drew couldn't give them a straight answer. He further explained that he didn't want to hurt his parents and felt that if we just put it behind us, we could fix everything without his parents knowing. This supremely pissed me off, but I tried to keep my chill as I explained that you can't fix something that was held together by lies in the first place. This is when he admitted that his mom asked if there was disloyalty involved and Drew denied it. I guess she doesn't believe him because she's threatening to kick him out unless she gets an explanation from me, directly. I already knew she had terms about what would and wouldn't be allowed under her roof and, TBH, I think that if she's suspicious of her own son's behavior, she probably has reason to be. So here's where I might be the I told him I didn't care and that it wasn't my problem anymore. I wasn't going to say anything to her, but that meant neither confirming or denying the truth. He spent hours begging and even yelling at me, but he eventually left after I threatened to call the cops if he didn't go. That was a week ago and Drew has been kicked out. His mom has sent me messages apologizing and said literally, I won't allow my home to be treated like a WH*3 house. I haven't responded partially because I said I wouldn't but also because I've honestly just been too sad. Drew has been couch surfing the past week and every single one of his friends have contacted me and said I'm in. Because he was close with his mom and now I've ruined her view of her son. He's also at risk of losing his job because he needs a specific setup and internet connection. Comment 1. NTA. You didn't ruin her view of her son. He did. He was the one out there cheating on you and sleeping around. He also apparently knew that doing that would get him kicked out of his parents' house, but he still did it. He made his bed, now he gets to lie in it. Comment 2. This fits here, you make the bed you lie in. He is the one that consciously made the choice to cheat. What you did is more than honorable and you did not voluntarily seek to do him harm. He is just suffering the consequences of his choices, and maybe this will be a good time to understand what he did wrong. I am sorry you went through this and I sincerely hope that you did not stop trusting others and to remember that this is just another chapter of your journey. As for his friends, trust me, they are just sick of having him in their houses. Now for the next story. Am I the idiot for demanding that my parents uninvite my ex-wife and my ex-best friend from their garden party? I came to Reddit for an honest opinion on if I'm the asshole. I, 32M, have been divorced from my ex-wife L, 32F, for 4 years. It was not a nice thing. She and my ex-best friend Silas, 25M, have been married for 3 and have 1-year-old baby. My parents and Elle's parents were longtime family friends, and that didn't stop after our divorce. My parents are hosting their yearly garden party, which is just an excuse for them to catch up and gossip with the other seniors. I was visiting my parents when they told me that Silas and Elle would be in town and they were invited to the garden party. My parents can't wait to meet their baby. I told them no, they are not coming. My parents didn't budge and said they would not be rude enough to retract an invitation after Elle and Silas agreed. I said no one wants their ex-wife at their parents' party. My parents said I could be polite for one day. They really want to meet the baby and catch up with them. I made an ultimatum that it was either me or them. I would not attend if they came. My parents called me an asshole for making them choose as Silas and Elle hadn't asked it, and potentially making Elle's parents think badly of them. Comment 1. YTA. You cheated on your wife and everyone took her side. I do not care if it was just a kiss. You cheated, and from what you told us she did not. You just think she did because she moved on fast and you are obviously projecting. You chose to date the daughter of a family friend and then chose to cheat on her. You cannot expect your family to then cut her out. They do not even know her through you. You know her through them. Welcome to the consequences of your own actions. Edit. Please read OP's comments before asking where I got this information. Comment 2. My ex was like this. I was 3 months pregnant and had morning sickness every morning, which was extremely uncomfortable and gross. He got mad 'cause I didn't want to have sex as soon as we woke up. He got angry at me and said, everything is the baby now. Didn't matter, I felt like shit. Just that he didn't get as much anymore. Fun side note, he broke up with me when I was 6 months pregnant, outside the hospital before a monthly checkup 'cause I was too focused on my baby and not on him. His words, not mine.